we always have some new information from the world of Formula One, as things are always happening that shake up the sport and its drivers. These most recent pieces of news are pretty important and show just how the world of Formula One is changing. So, what do we have? Well, stay tuned, because today we're going to cover McLaren F1 driver Norris moving to Monaco from the UK, and some other Formula One news. First up is McLaren F1 driver Norris to move from Monaco to UK. Formula One driver Lando Norris has just confirmed that he'll be moving from the UK to Monaco this upcoming winter season. He's stated that the timing is right for his career and according to his financial perspective. Lando Norris has always been resisting the land of Monaco, as other Formula One drivers also reside there. They mainly live there because of the tax haven that is Monaco. He clearly has given into the country and has committed to living near the McLaren factory that will be built soon. He has most recently just become even more established within Formula One, as he's extended his McLaren contract not long ago. He thinks this is the perfect time to make a change in his life and in his career. It's something that obviously a lot of drivers go to do, and especially with how racing is, I think we've seen for other drivers how quickly things can also go downhill and so on, said Norris. I have to look after my things for my future. There was still a lot more to gain from me and my career at being at McLaren and being able to go in whenever I wanted to, he explained. Whenever I had a bad weekend, I could just go in on whatever day to be on the simulator to try things, speaking to my engineers, and so on. And I love England. It's still probably my favorite place to be. My family are there, my friends are there, and I think I said many times that for me, fun and enjoyment, and enjoying what I'm doing, takes priority over making these kinds of decisions. So it's not an easy decision, and it's not something I've been thinking of for many years. I just feel like I'm in a comfortable place at the minute to make this decision and spend the time to move over there. I can still see a lot of my friends and my family are going to come over. Things seem to be the same in his life, but are just in a different country now. That's good for him. And now on to some more Formula One news. Next up, we have Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen title showdown to be shown for free on Channel 4. Here we have some incredible news for Formula One fans. The fated title showdown between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen is actually going to be shown for free on Channel 4 in the UK. According to the mirror.co.uk, the incredible finale to the epic World Championship battle between Mercedes Lewis Hamilton and Red Bull Max Verstappen will be shown live on Channel 4. Sky F1, who traditionally broadcast the races, have reached an agreement with the free-to-air channel to provide coverage of this weekend's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The two rivals are locked in an intense battle for the World Championship and what has been one of the greatest F1 seasons in the sport's history, with both drivers and team principals engaging in bitter battles on and off the track. They've won 17 races between them in 2021 and enter the finale in Abu Dhabi tied on points, just the second time after the 1974 championship tussle between McLaren's Emerson Fittipaldi and Ferrari's Clay Regazzoni that such a scenario has played out in F1 history. Both of these racers have had some dramatic moments with one another throughout this Formula One season, and this showdown will finally put to rest what people think about their competition with each other. Who will be coming out on top for this race, Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen? This is what fans have been eagerly awaiting for a while now, so it's great to see it finally happen, and for free of course. Channel 4 usually only shows the British Grand Prix at Silverstone live, with the rest of their coverage and highlights, but they have shown one-off events before, including the 2019 Cricket World Cup final when England dramatically defeated New Zealand. And now, Wolff urges common sense after Marco's F1 steward's comments. The Mercedes Formula One boss himself, Toto Wolff, has made another interesting statement just recently. He said that it's important to view incidents in the sport with so-called common sense, after it was said that Helmut Marko claimed Red Bull is being treated much differently by the stewards in the sport, after the race with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen just recently that caused lots of controversy. Marko told Autosport.com that the team felt it was not treated the same by the stewards. He stated that Hamilton running too slowly ahead of the first red flag and forcing Verstappen wide at the final corner as incidents that were not looked at. When asked about the comments from Marko, Toto Wolff had his own things to say about it all. Toto Wolff stated, "I can't comment on what they say. I think in Brazil, we felt that it was harsh against us, with a disqualification for the sprint race. Who would have thought that we could come back? I think that Lewis could have scored 3 points in that sprint race and didn't score any, and that could be valuable points. Someone is always going to be unhappy about things. I'm trying, with all my bias, to try to look at things with common sense. I guess I'm not always successful in the heat of the moment. Next up, Kimi. I don't know why I'm popular with fans. Ever since he became the world champion back in 2007, Kimi Raikkonen has been one of the most popular figures in Formula One. Even before that win, he was known for being one of the better players in the sport, and the fans just loved who he was out of the vehicle. They loved his no-nonsense personality and his overall natural talent behind the Formula One wheels. This, as well as his dry humor, is what made him so popular with audiences and, of course, the Formula One fan base. Sadly, he's about to retire from the sport, but he himself has said that he won't be getting emotional. When speaking about his career and his retirement, Kimi had a lot to say when talking to PlanetF1.com. Kimi stated, "I don't know why. Maybe because I've always just been myself," he said on Formula One's Beyond the Grid podcast when asked about his popularity. "You've got to ask the fans to come here and spend a lovely 45 minutes with you on the podcast to discuss that. I don't have any answer for that." He was then asked how he would want to be remembered by the fans of the sport, but he brushed off that idea as well, saying it's not his decision to make. However they wish, you know? He added, "I don't want to put some kind of limits on how you remember. I mean, I don't care much because, like I said, I luckily have been able to do most of the things how I wish to do it, and whatever they remember, good way or bad way, it's a memory, and it's fine for me." And that's the end of the video. The Formula One world has had some amazing stories as of recent, even with some controversy also happening not long ago. It's just a normal week-by-week thing at this point, but things shouldn't get as heated as they do sometimes. It looks like some of the players are just not having any of it when it comes to specific situations. They are just finally having enough of specific players and their battles with one another, like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. They just want the normal race, but some altercations happen, and it goes wrong. I guess that's just how Formula One is at this point in time. We also had the controversy with Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton taking the forefront once again. It always seems to come up in some shape or form, because these two have that heated rivalry. Yes, it looks like they're finally going to settle this with their next race, but everyone's doubting it's going to end there. Both of them are so competitive against one another, so it's doubtful that once one of them wins, the other's going to back down. Again, we have people around like Toto Wolff and others commenting on the situation behind the scenes. The controversy has also brought up ideas behind the scenes about inequality in the workplace, so we shall see how that plays out over the next few weeks in Formula One. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know in the comments down below? It'd be super helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. We'll see you next time.